Okay, Phoenix, I see you. I see you, Phoenix. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. I still got my mom's sense of humor. Anyways, I just discovered this by accident this morning. It's 5:15 in the morning on Sunday. I'm heading off to church, the Mormon church, to meet up with Wayne, who reconstructed an establishment just across the lane on Pluto Drive. Go figure. Anyways, so here we go, Phoenix. Come on down, Phoenix. Say hello to the pretty people. Hey, you. I know, I got my humidifier on. Well, we're at humidity 31% with the bunny rabbit. I remember that from 1966, believe it or not. But anyways, so here we go. And this is, with much further ado, this is about the phoenix bird, the flamingo.
Europe is a land of legends. Civilizations flourished around the Mediterranean, and at their height they represented the frontiers of the known world. All these peoples were fascinated by a bird whose habits they could only explain in mythological terms. For some, it was the only animal in Eden who resisted the temptation and kept eternal life. For others, it was the symbol of the sun, the firebird, able to be reborn from its own ashes.
That's why I named you Phoenix.
This bird has been on the earth for
the bird that rises from the ashes.
and it is still here.
And maybe Mom and Dad can too.
7,000 years ago, in this Andalusian cave, a prehistoric artist painted the
maybe you
unmistakable
can too,
profiles
John.
of the phoenix.
Wherever you are,
This is the
you will
story
rise
of
above.
time travelers who are searching for a place to be reborn every year.
I'm not afraid of heights. Dad was afraid of heights. I'm Birdman. I jump out of airplanes. I'm afraid of... I only have one fear. All right, let's capture that again.
To be reborn every year on the shores of the Great Lake, the Mediterranean.
Well, how did flamingos make it to North and South America? Phoenix, I have a question. If flamingos came from Europe, how the heck did they make their way to North and South America? I don't get it. There's a lot of things I don't get. But, it's not the destination, it's the journey. We got to figure out these questions, don't we? We got to figure out these questions of why nice guys like me get attacked. I don't know. But, sometimes I just feel like throwing up my hands to God and saying, I surrender. So, well, the long flight of the phoenix. Yeah, well, I thought that was a good name because it's the bird that rises from the ashes. And when we're all dead and after being cremated, we're going to rise from the ashes to somewhere. I don't know where. But no point thinking about it. It's just going to happen. So, yeah, Jennifer died at 46. Not from drugs and alcohol, but from loneliness. Because people left her life and they didn't trust in her. I'm in a similar predicament, but I got you to talk. You're now talking. You're saying, hey you, hey you, hey you, hey you, right? And all right, why did this pop up? It's like YouTube knows exactly what I've been watching, and there's an algorithm put out there. There's an algorithm, and it's showing everything I've been watching, and it knows what I like to watch, and it's spot on. Spot on, as the British say. Spot on. Right? Yeah. I've been watching too much George Carlin. But anyways, on a serious note, no, this looks like a good show. It's been dry here lately. It's at 32% right now. My humidifier is on. And I don't know. Well, it's not over till it's over. Right? Right. Right. It's not over till it's over. Okay, let's watch this. Here, go on my shoulder. Looks interesting.
Today our phoenixes are found in the south of Spain in the Atlantic marshes of Doñana. They are the greater flamingos, the largest of the world's 4 flamingo species. Their common name comes from the Latin word flamma, meaning flame, and the scientific name was given in recognition of its legendary character, Phoenicopterus the phoenix. They live in the south of Europe, the southwest of Asia and Africa. Despite the fact that they are found far apart, there are only few breeding places suitable for them. That is why they are wandering animals, true nomads. This is a different bird with an extraordinary design. Its body looks like a question mark.
Yeah, it does.
If the ancient peoples who made it into a legend had known of its biological reality, probably they would not have believed it.
I love the jungle. So much diversity. Animals and fruits and vegetables.
Doñana is the main refuge for flamingos on the
Hey you, yeah, I heard you. Yeah, he just talked. He said, hey you. He just talked. He said, hey you. He said, hey you. I'm Birdman. I'm not afraid to jump out of airplanes. I'm not afraid of heights. I have only one fear. Gynophobia.
Some white storks try to breed while others are passing through on their way inland.
Look at that. Their knees bend the other. Their knees bend the opposite way, like dinosaurs.
Approximately 80,000 flamingos
My
in the
family.
Western Mediterranean now disperse over South Europe and Africa, fleeing from the cold. But when spring comes, the sun lets them know that it is time to start looking for suitable places to build their nests. They know that this may take some time.
Well, let's just say if I'm reincarnated, I'd rather be a bird.
Years of age, and they know how to wait. Doñana is the place where a great river meets the sea. The Atlantic is deep here. The Guadalquivir River floods a marshland protected by an unspoiled beach that is more than 30 kilometers long.
He was just under my chin. He misses me. These are social birds. They need social contact. They need social contact. Right? Hey, you. Hey, you. Oh, I treat this bird royally. Better than Buckingham Palace.
And it is possible that one group or another will try to nest here.
There's one of his islands, but his main home is in the living room.
As a kind of information center for the groups that come and go looking for the right place.
Yeah, I'm Birdman. I've always been Birdman.
Penetrate deep into the marshes, such as the many wild
and many women, 70% of women are afraid of birds. I don't know why. My grandmother, my mother, and my sister, all afraid of birds. Why? I got no fear of heights or birds.
That they manage to catch.
I got gynophobia.
This is also the hunting ground of the world's rarest feline. Despite the activities of the lynx, there are still too many wild boar. The flamingos must be cautious.
The phoenix. Phoenix, the bird that rises from the ashes. You'll outlive me, I know that. What a strange creature.
Almost every day,
look at that neck.
Doñana. We begin the great voyage with one of them.
How did this creature develop? Look at that neck. Well, I guess they needed a long neck to get the shrimp. Yeah, I'm wearing my PJs. I don't wear pajamas much, but I decided to wear my PJs because
these nomads of the sun,
when I wore my PJs,
when it is cooler,
and
the birds of prey sleep.
It takes me back to the 60s when I was young.
As if they were part of it, to travel hundreds of kilometers.
Now I'm 61.
That according to legend,
it's time to make up a game plan.
Instead, they make their own decisions according to the age and experience of their members.
Who cares? Nobody cares anymore.
The Mediterranean coasts of Spain and France that are potentially ideal for nest building. But these are
probably half of the people watching this right now don't even understand what
the flamingos have been here before.
Probably half of the people watching this video right now don't even understand science. Yeah, I'm 30% American, and those Americans from the southern states, from Arkansas and Oklahoma or Georgia, they don't even know what Canada's all about. They just think we're living in igloos and talking to Eskimos. No. This is the hottest place I've ever been in my whole life. 49 degrees a couple years ago. 49 degrees Celsius. In Indonesia, they said, "Oh, you're from Canada. Oh, it's too cold." Give me a break. This is the hottest place I've ever been in my life.
Of coastal sand slows down the force of the waves.
People just don't know.
That inland there are calm pools.
People don't know.
Europe's greatest refuges for
Right, Phoenix?
The salt water mingles with the sand. Is the breeding place for 70% of all
Right, Phoenix?
gulls, a seabird that is native to the Mediterranean.
People just don't know.
And which is one of the rarest.
They don't understand.
In the world.
It's fake news.
Flamingos spreads over the distant lagoons and coves to rest and recover their strength. The extravagant anatomy of the flamingos is due to their feeding methods, which are unique among birds.
Well, he scratches his neck just like you do.
Whales, trying to trap the greatest possible number of a very small animal, the brine shrimp.
Brine shrimp.
Vertebrates that live in their millions in shallow salt lakes, muddy and highly salty places.
That's why they got the long necks.
Exploits. The phoenix is the perfect machine for finding, capturing.
Why do they call it the phoenix?
Tiny animals.
That's your name.
In such special places, and their color is due to this.
That's your name, Phoenix. The bird that rises from the ashes, and we all shall rise from the ashes. Yes, we will. Eventually. This is just an interim, small chapter in our life. Or in our, not in our life. Life is so short, it doesn't even matter. Life is so short. No. This is just a chapter in our souls.
As clean as you think? Try Swiffer Sweeper Wet. It gives me the cleaning
power. Oh, give me a break. All right. I did.
Even hidden dirt you can't see, so it doesn't get pushed around.
All right, get these commercials off of here.
Get the ball rolling. Ask your doctor if a weekly is the right long-acting insulin for you.
That's called capitalism.
To build a truck like no other, we ask the tough questions. Like, what if intelligent power
Come on, next. Okay.
Your aura is limitless.
Okay, 2, 1.
Blocking distractions.
We're back.
After regaining strength and resting after their long trip, spend some time looking into the possibilities of this new enclave as a home for their nests. The best area.
Say hello to the pretty people. Say hello to the pretty people.
Which are essential for nest
oh yeah, I've gotten a lot of good reviews about you. You're the star of the show. Yeah, you're talking and, you know, you just turned 1, which is 2 in human years. And you'll live 29 more years outliving me.
Others understand the message. Very soon, they'll
right?
be on the move again.
And, well, at least you can say, hey you, hey you, hey you, say it, say it, say hey you, hey you, hey you, say hey you. You're the family I got left. Nobody cares.
The Flamingo's Odyssey takes place each year on the shores of the Mediterranean.
I don't know. Maybe
Most of the coast is not right for them.
Maybe I should just shut up.
They are obliged to fly further and further to find their scarce oases. After going north without success, our band of nomads now returns along the coast to the south, flying over the inhospitable landscape of the most important volcano.
They almost look like pterodactyls.
Here at Cabo de Gata, a Roman salt works, provides the shallow water that these traveling birds are looking for.
And in case anybody didn't know, I've just recently discovered that the dinosaurs died of extinction from the Chicxulub crater impact in Mexico, which I was there. I was at ground zero when Jillian was 1 in 1997. And yeah, I was just thinking about that. And the extinction of the dinosaurs happened about, what was it? Maybe I'm wrong, 65 million years ago? But the greatest extinction event happened 250 million years ago. The greatest extinction event was 250 million years ago
When the group
when,
regular olive plantations mixed with budding sunflowers.
well, between 70 and 90% of all life was destroyed on Earth.
The incredible lagoon of Fuente de Piedra.
But it came back. It came back.
It is a
And
place flooded with light. And
what
which
was
will
that
play a
called? The
crucial role in
Permian
the lives of
Triassic
our
event?
phoenixes.
250 million years ago, almost everything was destroyed. And it wasn't due to a meteor. It was due to, you tell me, what was it
The
due
same
to?
Romans that created
There's
the legend
only
of the phoenix called
theologies
this
and myths.
Divina Fuente, divine source in the 5th century BC. It is Western Europe's
God.
largest salt
I mean,
lagoon. 1,300
people
hectares of continental water,
talk
rich
in terms
sodium
of
chloride and
provinciality
calcium and magnesium sulfates.
and, you know, things that just recently happened. You know,
7
big deal.
kilometers long,
Like, go back a few million years and you'll see the whole scope and spectrum of the universe. And people don't comprehend that.
While the flocks arrive, all know that the search is over.
They
can
they
see
just
their
deal on
companions
simple terms.
performing the great
Oh,
red
pet your
dance.
cat, pet your
The
dog,
dance
pet
that
your bird,
symbolizes mating, so that the whole colony
take care of your
breathes at the
family.
same time.
Oh, look at this. Can you imagine the life forms on another planet?
For the flamingos, as it keeps them together, it excites them. It prepares their sexual organs and it synchronizes the pairing of the colony. Instinctively, they become involved in.
Well, these are very
joint
strange
behavior, which means
creatures,
they cannot live
but
without each other.
they adapted, as Darwin said, on the Beagle as he went on his voyages. Darwin, on his voyages, on his Beagle, and he discovered things. It's evolution. It's DNA. And as my dad used to say, only the fittest survive. That's true. Well, we're still doing good. We're still doing good. This is my family. I've been in and out of many different relationships, and I'm sick of it. I don't have the time for that anymore. I'm happy just being alone. And I've talked to many women that are just happy being alone. I'm happy being alone with my parrot. I talk to him. But is that God's will? You tell me.
He does not feel shy and he dances along trying to impress one of those tall females. But in the colony at large,
You don't learn anything if you do all the talking. You gotta listen to people.
To bestow her favors. Courtship can last
That's
for
what my
hours.
stepdad said. You're never gonna learn anything if you do all the talking. You gotta listen to people.
The overwhelmed
True.
females often have to literally flee from their overheated suitors.
Well, I don't know. Just please, God, don't reincarnate me as an earthworm.
There is
What a
another
horrible life being an
There are some
earthworm.
voyeurs who watch the pairs and who do not hesitate to spoil their companions' good work. When the female puts her beak into the water and opens her wings halfway, the male mounts
I don't
but not
know.
without
Different
difficulty.
questions present themselves. I've seen it all.
Finally,
I
when
just
he
turned
seems to be on the
61,
point of
and
achieving it,
some
the
people
voyeur
say I look
breaks
like
the
I'm
delicate
50.
balance
I don't know.
leaving the
But
suitor alone.
I still got some guts and glory and candor, I think. But what would I want to be reincarnated as? Well, it could be anything from this planet to another planet. Who knows? But if I were to choose, I would choose being reincarnated as a macaw in South America because they live a long life and they just eat fruit. They don't eat animals. Vegetarian diet. Eagle? No.
The final
I don't want to
moments
eat
are less
gophers.
than graceful, but it has been worth the effort.
This is a really spoiled bird. He's a spoiled bird. He's got a big cage with lots of toys, and he's
Despite it all,
talking,
everything
and
here
we're
always
friends.
ends in a flush of pink.
He's spoiled. Like my grandmother spoiled me rotten. She didn't like women. My grandmother hated women. She only liked men, and she lived to be 98. Go figure. Who knows? That was her favorite thing. Who knows? Who knows? So what do you know? Who knows?
This year, too many flamingos have
Oh,
come
she
to
spoiled me
Fuente
rotten. At the lake.
Furthermore, the water level is very high, and large parts of the islands
Where
are
are we?
flooded.
Alright, let's fast forward this. This is getting too long. I know. Nobody has the time anymore.
Into
4 weeks ago, we washed my
Oh,
dog's
now we
blanket,
get commercials.
and it still smells great. All thanks to Downy Unstoppables. I was concerned that the scent would be overpowering. It was the opposite. It's
Oh, forget it. Okay, so in a nutshell, we saw the flamingos, and I did actually see scarlet flamingos when me and my ex-wife and Jillian were in a place when we drove through in 1997, and there were scarlet flamingos there, and it was an incredible sight. But Mexico is destroyed. I've been telling everybody that Mexico is now ruined. I went to Mexico with Jennifer before she died, and then we went to Ontario, and we discovered that Cancun is now destroyed because there's so much seaweed from all the pollutants and effluents and garbage pumped into the ocean. It was beautiful when I was there in 1986. Turquoise waters, but it's destroyed. I would never go back to Cancun. And I know Spanish. I know. I would pick Honduras and Costa Rica over Mexico any day. Stay away from Mexico. Mexico is now destroyed. Environmentally, especially. No, they just pump in all the wastewaters of contaminants from well, let's just say this. Mexico, the only place I would go to in Mexico again is Huatuco, where Jennifer owned $1 million properties. I wanted to see what she saw, and but she died at 46. Too bad. Yeah, she's the love of my life, and I miss her. I got along great with her parents and her kids, and even her ex-husband, but she died in 2018. So, then I just decided to go to Indonesia, and I thought 2 years ago, I went to Indonesia, and it was the greatest holiday of my entire life. Do you know why? Because I was totally alone. Totally alone. But I met hundreds of people from all over the world. Hundreds of people from all over the world. And I never had a better time. It was a spiritual experience. And it was much cheaper than Mexico. I know how to speak Spanish. Costa Rica was nice. I surfed there for the first time 5 years ago at the age of 55. But and I did it. I almost gave up, but I didn't give up. In my last hour, I found out how to surf and caught 5 waves. So, anyways, I would go back to Costa Rica, and it's got, out of all the Latin American countries, I'd say Costa Rica is one of the best. And I recommend this to all. Honduras and Indonesia, out of all the places I've been in the world, were the best. I've been to Hawaii, Fiji, Tahiti. I read when I was going to university in my 20s, like Jaden is now. And yeah, Jaden is concluding her degree and to be a psychologist. And my older daughter, she's moved from Ottawa to Saskatoon. I am ill-informed, and you know what? These are the problems of humanity. And you know, communication lines are sinking. And that's unfortunate. But what I do say is this. This is my only family right now, Phoenix. My kids don't talk to me because of what their mother has said. She was that way with many other men. And what else do I say, Phoenix? Okay, well, the thing is, us men are set up and framed because women are desperate for money. That's all I have to say. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet. But there is a solution to every problem. And it's getting quite difficult, but so I'm 61. You know what? No, I'm not giving up yet. You know, you and your friends who say, oh, I know how you can take advantage of this man and take over his money. Well, good luck with that. Because this time, I'm not taking 1/3 of my owner's equity on my house that I built. Okay? But, anyways, sorry for going off on a tangent. Tangent. But I just wish peace, hope, and prosperity for all people around the world and all governments. And you know what? Sometimes, you know, when you think that when you think that all is in despair and you don't know what to do anymore, well, you just sleep on it, and then you wake up to a new dawning, and you will discover new realizations and truth. I've seen it all. And I'm 61, but I feel like I'm 30 today. So there you go. And yeah, I scratch my head sometimes too, Phoenix.